They have a constitutional right to behave that way. They have a constitutional right to tell lies about the president. They have a constitutional right to criticize our government in any way they see fit. And we, the people, should not even consider giving away our liberty, that freedom of the press, to a president, even if we like him, just because we don't like what certain networks are doing. We should take on those networks. We should provide different options for them to watch, for them to read, for them to consume, and we should debunk the narratives coming from them. We should not give away our liberties.
Oh, I totally agree. And I think the press this is really a non-issue, that the media is blowing out of proportion. I mean, what has Trump done to lessen access to the media? I mean, where were they when Barack Obama was taking pot shots at Fox News? Now all of a sudden they seem concerned about freedom of the press. This seems like another narrative that they'd like to push. If Trump has done anything in the federal government, it's limit regulations, it's limit the power of the administrative states, and lessen the power of the presidency. I mean, Barack Obama greatly expanded presidential powers. Donald Trump has largely rolled them back. So I don't understand what they're saying insofar as the executive and Donald Trump is going to become so strong as to limit access of the press. It seems to be just, a lot of smoke blowing to me.
Right, it's a made-up narrative, and you got exactly to the heart of this matter. The agenda of this poll is to make it seem like President Trump is somehow violating freedom of the press. They want to conflate President Trump with his supporters. So they say, well, the president does what his supporters want. And look, 43% of Republicans want the president to be able to stifle news networks that he thinks are engaging in bad behavior. That is the agenda of the poll here. Yet we can see before our very eyes how alive and well and vibrant freedom of the press is in our country because of how horrible liberal networks are to the president, yet they're not fearing for their lives. They're not fearing for their livelihoods. They're not worried that a government is going to come and assassinate them or throw them in jail or target their families. Jim Acosta goes into work every day, as he should, not fearing for his safety, allowed to say whatever he wants, as rude or as false as it is about the president and his administration. That proves exactly how tolerant and how appreciative the Trump administration is of the freedom of the press.
Oh, exactly. And look, most of the media coverage is hostile to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I mean, look at their coverage of the Second Amendment. I mean, I think it'd be fascinating if we can get them to be as passionate about the Second Amendment as they are about freedom of the press or perhaps freedom of religion and so on. So I see this as just an unbelievable non-issue, and it's concerning to me that a media that's hostile to the Constitution wants to wrap themselves in it when they want to create some false narrative to hurt the President of the United States.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.